Is that what you do? I was trying to get through here.
You have 3 Aquarius.
What I was doing there. I missed like every day this week.
Only every day of this week?
Yeah.
You can bring in your makeup work on Monday and remind me at that time.
Then I'll take it then, or I don't need to take these in. Okay.
What are you doing, Jose? Do you understand what I said?
I think. Not up to
Bro, you either understand or you don't.
I understand.
Yeah, Marlon, you're back. Super saving guy.
Yeah.
That is bad.
No, you don't. Okay, well, we're not going to
Yeah.
Could somebody please set a 5-minute timer for me?
Yeah.
If they don't do it,
He said 4-minute time intro.
It was like that. I was in
Today's a kind of a confusing start because I have like 1,000 little steps, and then you get some free time at the end to talk about your year-end projects, which I think might be valuable to you. Please look up. Are there any Unit 11 makeups? Period 0 AP Lit sign up finishes, I think, Friday, maybe Monday. There's only 10 people who really want to do it. AP pre-registration in the library. Listen carefully. Now they're coming for you. You must register today at lunch. Kevin Arizmendi, did you do it in another class?
Wait, pre-registration for what?
Cedar, it's not you. Austin,
Yeah.
have you done it yet?
I have no idea.
Today at lunch is your last chance, basically.
Sign for AP Lit.
No. To pre-bubble your answer sheet for the AP test. If you want to try ditching other periods before lunch and hope you can find her, that's your business.
I'm looking for that Hazel.
Where would she be?
Yeah.
If you were to find her early, most likely it would be the room across from ASB in the basement or the library where she's setting up for the guaranteed meeting time of today at lunch, which is the last opportunity. Daniel Erlach,
hi.
have you pre-bubbled yet?
No, I gotta go at lunch.
Did you hear what I told them?
I gotta go at lunch to the library.
Marlon Godless, you're going to have a really busy day, I assume. This is not your fault, but it is your problem. If you can get to her before lunch, great. If not, you need to do it during lunch. Careful you don't sign up for any makeup tests during lunch, because this will take like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. James Mell.
I'll add on.
He has not done it yet? Jake Trambert. That was fun. Bodhi, somehow you're not on the list.
So I was there for the day they came in and did our English classes. Like, is that enough?
Seems like they fixed it for you.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem anymore?
No.
I mean, bro, all I know is you're not on the list of people I'm supposed to talk to.
Okay.
I think we're interpreting that the same way. I'm very nervous to make these conclusions, though, because what is reasonable is not what is right. Next, look at this. I got that many Smarty Pant guides, but I've got a whole lot, like 179 students.
Oh, it's easy.
Give me one.
So if you would like to enter the drawing,
I still live.
and you could be here at the beginning of period 6 today for the drawing, please come get a piece of paper.
You have to be here.
You must be here at 2:07, 2:08. Who'd like to enter the drawing for free Smarty Pants? Anybody else? Last call. How's my timer person?
I just finished.
It just finished? Does anybody know if Kitsa has like stuff going on that I need to know about so I'm not making fun of her for always being absent? You don't have to tell me what it is, but is there like something going on? Next, there's a no name. Somebody wrote not entered in grade because you didn't put your name on it. Slot hole. Anybody know whose paper it is?
I don't know how to look at it.
Yeah. Did you ever write your name on it? Energy use inventory. I still have CDs for sale. I've got a few papers for students to pass back quietly while I make a couple other announcements. Help me. Somebody's going to really need to help Welch or make sure that there's no noises while he's doing this. Next, this thing about the books. I don't know if you've seen this going on in other classes. If you want to take books to donate, if you want to take books to donate for elementary school students to another teacher who's more interested, like Mr. Sandrich or Ms. McKee that are having the competition, great. Support a teacher who really wants to win the competition. But separately, if you have any opportunity to donate kids' books, there's probably very little better that you can do to achieve social justice than to donate children's books. So apparently this is like one of the best possible predictors of academic success, which goes on to be one of the best predictors of life success, is to make sure everybody has equal access to literacy in youth. If you can donate kids' books, this is like one of the most, I think, socially progressive efforts our school goes into. It's really serious. Yeah.
Does the thing end today?
I'm sure they would take them later. It ends May 1st. So if anybody has a chance to bring kids' books, text your mom and dad right now. Like, hey mom, remind me, that box of books, we should give them away. Like, take a minute, text your mom and dad, get the ball rolling. This would be like, honestly, one of the most serious things you could do. And my hunch is your houses have more books to donate than a lot of other families. So if you got an opportunity, kick down. It's a really valuable thing to do. Oh, next, Period 2 Mad Academy, the boat trip. So I keep remembering during the nutrition break. So I've reminded Period 3 like 20 times, but I haven't reminded Period 2 at all yet. You gotta seriously go to the spring boat trip. Like, the fall one is nice, but the spring one is like really nice. In case somebody didn't get the memo, there's yellowtail already at Anacapa. The white sea bass are already at County Line. And we've got 2 or 3 weeks before the boat trip. It's the weekend of senior prom. So I don't know how many juniors plan to participate in that. But I'm even encouraging seniors. And there is a ranking. You are invisible.
Television over. Only racking.
I don't like looking at her either, I understand. It's young. I don't like looking at anything. Okay, hold on. There's a ranking order for who gets to go on the spring trip. First in the ranking for the 14 remaining seats are juniors who didn't go in the fall. Then second in that list is seniors who didn't go at all last year. But you can assume many seniors are doing the prom thing, which, by the way, is a total scam. Like, seriously, if you want to have a good date, the last thing you want to do is go to prom. Trust me. Third, juniors who already went. Last on the list, seniors who went last year. The spring trip is, like, really, really, really choice. And we probably won't have quite as packed of a boat as last time. So I think it's going to be arguably a slightly more relaxed situation. Ocean conditions are always a toss-up, but classically the May one is better than the fall one. Okay. And have you all heard from Dan Williams about how to sign up and everybody knows the deal?
He passed around a sheet a few weeks ago, or like last week, and not many people signed up for it.
I don't know how to help with that because it all goes through him. He's really bummed. He's like, dude, nobody's signing up. And I'm like, I'm not really sure that the kids are all like...
Yeah, there was just one day. It's like the teacher's like, hey, if anyone wants to sign up, you have this paper here. And that was about all.
Like, he was passing around paper and six, right? And then he said yes. And it seemed like...
When I got it, like all the way around the room, only 2 people had written their names. So I was kind of like, oh, nobody's going. I'm just going to pass it on.
I'm really worried that, like, he thinks everybody else is doing something that they all think he's doing. And we got to make, like, the final decision, I think, on Friday next week. I think. Like, A, I really want to go. B, the spring trip is so nice. I think you might want to just chase down Dan and be like, yo, can you please tell me more? I think that there is like a packet, you know, with like the price and the times and the dates and what to pack. And this time I made activity packing lists, so you know what to take if you want to dive, or what to take if you want to just kick it on the beach, or what to take if you want to fish. And so if I were you, I would get in touch with Homeboy as soon as possible. Yeah.
What weekend is that?
After it's the day after AP testing. So there's 2 weeks of AP test, and then it's that weekend. May 16, 17? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Somebody has a calendar?
I thought it started on like the 5th.
Yeah, 16, 17, yeah. You started what? You got,
I thought you left like the night of the 15th.
yeah, so you got to be on the boat by like 8 or 9 p.m. Friday the 15th. Technically, the motor turns on at like 4 in the morning on Saturday the 16th. You wake up at the Channel Islands sunrise Saturday morning. Any other questions? Yeah.
Are you gonna let the credit?
Yeah, I'll get to that. Okay. Any other questions about the boat?
It's the same one.
I believe so. I believe so. But I'm not sure that it's the same crew. Because Gran was not our... No, it's a different one. We're on the... I think we're on Gran's boat for this one.
That's what dude said.
That's what Dan said?
He said he's pretty sure it's different.
Yeah, I could find out. Like, I just don't know if the captain's on land or if he's in the ocean right now. But he's a homie, and I always try to get him, and he just wasn't available for the fall one. But that dude is like, his crew is like the most senior, like experienced ones. They usually do like the hardcore, like rowdy ocean activity. Like, it's. Trust me, this is the trip. Like, he's the dude, and the boat's the boat, and it's a different one. Yeah, because we went on the Vision one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is on the Conception.
Is it like bigger?
No, we're all
Then this is on the Vision. I can't remember which one's which, and there's like a Truth too. I think Truth is the old one, Vision's the big one, Conception's the middle one. Yeah. Truth is for well one. Like, I don't know which one is which, but we are on the better of the three choices. For sure.
I think that'd be the Vision.
Slightly more, yeah. Oh, yeah, Vision. Slightly bigger, slightly more modern. The galley's a little bit more comfortable. The electronics are a little better. The back deck is a lot nicer. Like the space out in the sun is like way nicer. The back deck. Okay. I need aquariums as long as they hold water any size and fairly urgently. Like many ASAP.
Are you getting more fish? Well,
Yes, we have a tidal wave of fish coming in the next 2 weeks.
What about those fish?
Are those ones that you try to cancel?
Correct. The cancellation didn't quite work out.
All covered in.
It all, yes, that's right. Yes?
How many do those fish get?
Well, in their lifetime, fish keep growing until they die of something. Technically, they don't have a maximum size. They just have a statistical survivorship. Those will be slaughtered when they're about the size of a dinner plate.
What are you going to do with them when they get too big for the tank? You're going to slow.
They will soon move into one of our aquaponic systems. We're building 3 at the same time. 3 in parallel.
Where are these going to be?
Most likely in the greenhouse over the summer, hopefully no heat wave, and then in the shade house thereafter.
They do.
Yes,
Every single one.
they're all called dinner. Or taco. They're all called taco. Okay, next. For extra credit number 2, for extra credit number 2. There are extra slips in the back if you need them, the one due today. There are extra slips in the back if you need them. Put your name and period on the slip and your name and period on the answers. If you outlined in the packet, just turn in the pages with writing on them, not the whole packet. Ready, set, go.
Yeah.
That's in the book, it's not in the... It's not in the computer. Further away. Name on both.
You would have been in the water.
No, that's the homework that we're passing.
I might not go. I kept I'm probably
Should we keep the ones we didn't answer, or doesn't like
Keep them.
even if we're not taking the AP test, like you said?
If you're not taking the AP test, there's no more credit for those papers. Next. Excuse me. You're done getting credit for outlines, but that packet is still useful if you plan to take the AP test.
Yep.
At the very least, reading all the questions is good. Slightly better would be to at least pick them apart, underline the action words, or circle the key terms. Better yet would be to answer every one of them correctly, but of course, in between there, you might want to practice all of the math problems. Just identify the ones that are math. There's math in every year. You can bang that out pretty fast because the math is not the most time consuming. You could also identify all the questions which require chemistry, and then double check your notes to make sure that you understand which process is involved with which chemistry. There are 5 or 6 questions which ask you to design experiments. That's very valuable practice. I guess that's that. Now, I'd like everyone to take out the 2 packets and the slip from the back table, please. Correct. If you think about the math, is that it's designed to like be done without a calculator. So yeah, so you'll have like 21,000 divided by 3,000, but then you go like, zeros, 21,7, and they're like round easy numbers. Like if you get like run on decibels, you get something wrong. They're all super smart.
Okay, I kind of got it, but like on our calculus test, we should do say like one calculation and then a later problem like refers back to that calculation and you said the wrong answer that you got, like you do the step correctly, you still get credit. Is that the same thing? Okay.
That only gets you so far.
Yeah.
But there's some amounts of that where they are sequential.
Like
So
you mess one up, but you do a later problem right, but you use your wrong number before.
correct.
Still gets that wrong.
So it'll say in the answer keys, I'll show you all the answer keys later.
Yeah, I was looking at the answer keys.
You'll notice that in some of the math questions, it'll say if one was wrong, but two was set up correctly, one was wrong.
Shoes are off. Oh, sickness.
Next! Please read both sides of the little slip and put it on your head. Do not look at the questions yet. All right. Don't want you to look at the test. I don't want you to look at the test. I don't want you to look at the test. Leave them closed. Don't open them yet. Leave them closed. Don't look at them yet. As you read in the little slip, I'll give you 2.5 points extra credit for each of the 2 multiple choice tests. If you don't need the extra credit, I'll give you the most gigantic hint of your life. They're very helpful for the final. Now, in order to get extra credit, you'll need to take them, as you read in the slip, in a testing-like environment. No electronics, no headphones, no distractions, a single sitting, 90 minutes, no notes available. You got to stay for all 90, even if you finish at 75.
Wait, seriously? We're sitting in our house and we finish.
Huh?
Sit there for 20 minutes and nothing.
No, I'm glad you find this funny. The reason that you put your parents' name and their phone number on the back is because my TAs will call all the parents and ask them those questions. Samu, Gary, Daisy, O, did either of you witness my TAs calling parents to get extra credit confirmed?
One.
It happened for you? And you didn't do the extra credit slips?
I didn't do any.
Did you hear that my TAs were indeed calling parents?
Yeah.
I only asked them so that you'll believe me. Like, if you want extra credit, my TAs will call every parent over the 3 weeks after the AP test to confirm that the students really did follow the format outlined on that paper. The question is, hey, did you read the front of the slip? Okay, so do you understand the thing about and then little Hugo, he didn't have his, okay, 90 minutes, right? Okay, thanks very much. And then they hang up and you're good. Use your parents' cell phone number because they'll probably be called during the school day. Make sure that your parents understand that it's on them to call back if a message is left. Even if you don't need the extra credit, these are very helpful on the final. And I don't care what score you get. The educational purpose of this is not for you to be right, and coincidentally, you'll never tell me, I will never know your score unless you choose to grade it and then choose to share it with me. So there's really no point in cheating. That's why I don't want you to look now. I want you to really take these cold turkey. But I also want you to understand how this is helpful to you. If Daisy asks me, hey, Jose, where's the extra batteries in your desk? I'm like, dang, sorry, Daisy, I got no idea. But if I go looking for 100 items in my desk, I might later on accidentally have seen the batteries, and then I will know. If she asks me after I just went through my desk looking for 100 other items, Jose, where's the thumbtacks? I'm like, oh, I just saw those when I was looking for paper clips. A couple of practice tests helps that part of your brain which maps the neural networks sort of review the maps and figure out which pieces in which area. Even if you never see these questions again, it'll help you with your recall of other environmental science content. And by the way, you will see about 3 or 5 of these questions on the AP test. Just so you know, the AP test you'll take in May is not actually like this anymore. There are many more data-based questions and multiple choice starting now. It's a change they just made last year. So you'll be the second year of multiple choice tests that are all based on a data set. Sort of like a document-based question, they're a data set question.
Is every question based on?
Well, each page usually has a data set and 5 questions, of which 1 or 2 are directly related to the data, and 3 or 4 are related to those topics. This is Jose. Hey, Hazel, how's it going? Yes, 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 yes. No, I don't have a greenhouse anymore, so I'll have no place to take all of my classes. I don't know. How much does the proctoring pay? Right. If that's an option, then I probably would do Yeah, I mean, if you were asking if I'd prefer it, the answer is no. And if you're asking about the room, the answer is always available. Sure. Like you said, I won't have a lot of students. Otherwise, we'll have to find a place to send them. Right. Right. Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, as far as the rooms, I understand. You know you will. Yeah. Okie dokie. Cool. Okay, bye. We were talking about extra credit number 3. It's good for your brain to try. It'll help you on the final. You get extra credit. Make sure you follow the format outlined in the paper. Yeah.
Are the answers in there? Like, can we check?
No, the answers will be coming next week.
Okay. You can check.
So I will give you the answers, and you'll know how you did.
Oh, you get those before the final?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
also get the answers for the computer ones.
That is the next extra credit you'll get Monday next week.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
So this is due Monday?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These multiple choice answer sheets have 151 questions. Is that accurate?
I don't know. You only take 100.
Okay.
Any other? There is the potential for you being a really classy date tonight. Not. I already got a date. I mean, there's the Santa Barbara Natural History Museum has a free open to the public astronomy night from 7 to 9 p.m. tonight, which coincidentally includes a couple of like pretty special opportunities. A local high school student discovered a planet.
Pluto?
So there will be a presentation about how they do that. Zoe Rifle, San Marcos. What if I said she's black and everybody booed? Like, what is wrong with you people? Okay, I mean for some of you.
Yeah.
She's black, boo!
I don't know what.
They are going to have a bunch of other astronomy stuff, so I think it's a really good call. Now,
Isn't there supposed to be a meteor shower out here?
the Liana is coming soon, but no, the
Not
Lyrid.
today.
Yeah, there's one coming soon, but I think it made 2 nights ago. We might have just missed it.
I saw it on Facebook News yesterday saying like, how did you meteor shower coming out?
Huh.
I didn't discover it.
Okay.
Oh, guys, your world group is open, so everybody should just search the name.
Can we join that?
Now talking about your world. That's the last thing for today. I want to be really abundantly clear about a couple of things. Every student must hear this information. Remember, the Your World project is worth 50% of your second semester grade. Remember that you'll need to show the judges that you've effectively accomplished something worthy of roughly 1,000 hours of genius labor, because that's how they see you. stay away from any projects that make other people do something or get other people to do something. You may be compelled by hearing new bits of information, but the public at large is not. All projects require a variety of educational outreach and community outreach and flyers and posters and getting in touch with certain people. So what I want you to think about first is which problems do you care about? Then second, how might we possibly get into this? And don't rule anything out yet. Like, I care about native species. Well, let's just leave that on the table, and what could we do? Think about inventions. Nobody thinks of what should I invent. That doesn't happen like that. People start with a problem, think about the problem, and eventually realize there might be a way to solve the problem. Like inventions, nobody sits there waiting for the invention to pop into their mind, or if they do, nothing ever happens. If you want to see examples of previous projects, write this down. Go to www.thegreenacademy.org. And now look up at thegreenacademy.org. On the upper right it says APES 14 Your World Project. You can see it right here. And you can link directly to last year's projects, except this one is broken. When you click there, though, it says find out more about the assignment, including previous projects here. And this gives you some ideas about the assignment. And then all the websites for all the projects I've ever had. I think we're missing an entire year, no 2005. And some of the really old ones have broken. But there are functional sites going back to 07, 08. You can see a little bit about what they've done. 2012, 13, and 14 are pretty close to this year's assignment. 2011 and back were pretty different as an assignment. Every year I make different requirements. So your project may not necessarily be done the same way, but this will give you a lot to think about. Does anybody have any questions for me? The rest of the period, yes?
Yeah, since we're in math class, do you think we can have more of like multimedia oriented than the other periods, or is it all going to be kind of...
It's your call, but historically it's been that way. For example, we've had Enviro minutes made by last year's math class. And then another one like that, SB Echo Hub in 2012, which was Tail Antrim's class. Same concept again. 2013, neither of them was especially technical. Last year, they were both kind of technical. You know, the thing is, you might be able to satisfy year-end project time in those classes, and you might be able to build portfolio. For those of you who are interested in multimedia, you should remember that this project looks really snazzy. Like, every single person can put the website up on their resumes and stuff and be like, I was a part of this. And so it's in your best interest if you want to do multimedia to, like, well, that's what I mean. You should start with whatever interests you. Like, if you're not into multimedia, then don't do a multimedia one. If you're really into, like, creeks and rivers, then do something about creeks and rivers. Like, start with the problems you care about, look into it, then start throwing solutions and concepts into separate threads on your Facebook. For example, Cedar puts up a thing that says, he posts, "I'm worried about creeks." Then 30 people respond, "That's dumb," or 20 people respond, "Me too." If 20 people respond, "Me too," then it's like, well, I'm really worried in particular about how coastal erosion is, or about how, like, dog poo and the people don't pick up the bags, and maybe we can do something about the bag situation. And hey, I got an idea. There's this dude that does this thing somewhere else, and you start getting those chains going on the Facebook group. The rest of the period is yours. I can answer your questions after I pee. Who would like to run the conversation today? To keep things organized and point at people. Everybody turn around. Cedar's in charge. Goodbye.
Anybody have any ideas?
Start with your interests. What do you guys like?
Alright, how about this?
I feel like this is a big problem. Like, when everyone can relate to it, they say a lot of us are like at the beach. We can start here.
What about the trash island in the south of Texas? Anybody heard about that? Floating around.
I guess just saying something a little more relevant.
Something that people can actually see and Alright, so do you guys want to do more of a multimedia thing, or keep it doesn't matter as long as you
Once we do this, maybe we should make a video, say,